Hagiographic as adjective. Characterized by an excessively flattering or reverential portrayal of a person or their actions. Relating to or resembling hagiography, which involves idealizing or excessively praising someone, often a saint or a person regarded as highly virtuous. The biography offered a somewhat hagiographic view of the historical figure. Her speech was criticized for its hagiographic portrayal of the leader. The documentary took a slightly hagiographic approach to the artist's life. The writer's account of the event had a mildly hagiographic tone. The article's perspective on the subject was overly hagiographic and lacked critical analysis. Indignant as adjective. Expressing anger or resentment at an injustice. Feeling or showing anger or annoyance at what is perceived as unfair treatment. She was indignant at the way she was treated by her boss. The citizens were indignant over the government's decision to raise taxes. The workers were indignant at the company's decision to cut their benefits. The students were indignant at the teacher's unfair grading policy. The customers were indignant at the poor service they received at the restaurant. Parochial as adjective. Limited in scope or outlook, narrow-minded. Relating to or concerned with a particular parish or local area. The small town was known for its parochial attitudes towards outsiders. The politician's parochial views on immigration were criticized by many. The professor criticized the student for her parochial understanding of history. The company's parochial approach to business limited its growth potential. The school's parochial curriculum failed to prepare its students for the global economy. Pedestrian as adjective. Dull, unexciting, or lacking in originality or flair. Ordinary, uninspired, or lacking in creativity or excitement. The movie's plot was pedestrian and predictable. The artist's work was criticized for being pedestrian and lacking in originality. The restaurant's menu was pedestrian and uninspired. The writer's prose was pedestrian and lacked any real depth or insight. The speech was pedestrian and failed to capture the audience's attention. Poignant as adjective. Deeply moving or affecting, especially in evoking a strong emotional response. Strongly stirring the emotions, especially sorrow or pity. The movie's poignant ending left the audience in tears. The writer's poignant description of the war zone brought the reader into the story. The photograph captured a poignant moment between a father and son. The song's poignant lyrics touched the hearts of many listeners. The speaker's poignant tribute to his late mentor moved the audience deeply. Provisional as adjective. Incomplete or lacking finality, subject to further revision or improvement. Temporary or interim, intended to be in effect only until a more permanent arrangement is made. The team has been playing under a provisional coach since the resignation of the head coach. The company made a provisional agreement with its union workers for a new contract. The provisional license allows new drivers to practice driving with certain restrictions. The provisional results of the election show a tight race between the two candidates. The provisional plan for the new building has been approved by the City Council. Sentimental as adjective. Marked by or appealing to feelings or emotions, especially nostalgia. Showing, expressing, or having strong emotions or feelings, especially nostalgia or sadness. The movie was criticized for being too sentimental, relying on manipulative music and cliched plot devices. The gift was sentimental, as it had been passed down through generations of the family. The song was sentimental, evoking strong emotions of love and longing in the listeners. The writer's style was sentimental, focusing on the emotional lives of the characters rather than their actions and motives. The old photo album was full of sentimental memories, reminding the family of cherished moments from the past. Ambiguous as adjective. It implies a sense of uncertainty or vagueness. Refers to something that is open to more than one interpretation or that is unclear in meaning. The meaning of the painting was ambiguous, leaving viewers to come up with their own interpretations. The message in the song was intentionally ambiguous, allowing listeners to draw their own conclusions. The instructions were ambiguous and difficult to follow. Her statement was ambiguous and could be interpreted in different ways. The politician's stance on the issue was ambiguous and left voters uncertain about where he stood. Analogous as adjective. In biology, used to describe organs or structures that perform similar functions in different organisms, but have different evolutionary origins. Similar or alike in some way, having analogy or resemblance. The structure of the human eye is analogous to that of a camera. The way a computer stores information is analogous to the way a filing cabinet stores documents. The relationship between a teacher and student can be analogous to that of a guide and a traveler. The process of natural selection in biology is analogous to the process of market competition in economics. The way a child learns to speak a language is analogous to how a computer program is trained with data. Cardinal as adjective. Belonging to the highest rank or importance, chief or principal, of primary importance or significance, fundamental or essential. The cardinal rule of the company is to always put the customer first. The cardinal directions are north, south, east, and west. The cardinal feature of the new product is its innovative design. The cardinal point of the argument was that the proposal was not financially feasible. The cardinal sin of journalism is to fabricate stories. Conducive as adjective. Helpful or beneficial in achieving a certain goal or objective, tending to bring about or facilitate a certain outcome or result. A quiet environment is conducive to studying. A positive attitude is conducive to success. A healthy diet is conducive to good health. A well-lit workspace is conducive to productivity. Good communication is conducive to a healthy relationship. Conspicuous as adjective. Clearly visible to the eye, attention-grabbing, easily noticeable or visible due to its striking or outstanding appearance or characteristics. The celebrity's conspicuous behavior drew attention from the paparazzi. The large, conspicuous sign made it easy for visitors to find the entrance to the building. The company's conspicuous absence at the industry conference was noted by attendees. The politician's conspicuous absence from the public eye raised questions about his health. The painting's conspicuous use of bold colors made it stand out in the gallery. Elusive as adjective. Difficult to find, catch, or achieve. Hard to understand or explain. The elusive thief managed to evade the police for months. The answer to the difficult puzzle remained elusive even after hours of trying. The butterfly was too elusive to catch. The elusive concept of love has been the subject of debate for centuries. The elusive nature of time continues to confound scientists. Ephemeral as adjective. Lasting only a short time, transitory, short-lived or transitory in nature. The beauty of a sunset is often described as ephemeral, as it lasts for only a brief moment. Fashion trends are notoriously ephemeral, coming and going with the seasons. The lifespan of some species of butterflies is so short that they can be considered ephemeral. Social media posts are typically ephemeral and may disappear after a short time. The snowfall is ephemeral in this part of the country, melting quickly due to the warm climate. Extant as adjective, in existence or still in use, as opposed to lost, destroyed, or extinct. Still in existence, surviving, or remaining. The original manuscript is still extant after all these years. The dinosaur fossils are the only extant evidence of their existence. The extant copies of the book are rare and valuable. The artist's extant works are on display at the museum. The extant documents provide a glimpse into the past. Futile as adjective, describing a task or goal that cannot be achieved. Describing an attempt to solve a problem that is likely to fail. His efforts to learn the language were futile, as he didn't have enough time to practice. Her attempts to reason with the angry customer proved to be futile. It's futile to try to convince him to change his mind. The rescue team's efforts to save the stranded hiker were futile due to the bad weather. The company's attempts to recover from the financial crisis proved futile, and they had to file for bankruptcy. Haphazard as adjective, done or happening by chance, random or unplanned, lacking a clear pattern or method, disorganized or chaotic. The haphazard approach to planning resulted in a disorganized event. The haphazard construction of the building led to safety issues. The haphazardly written report lacked structure and coherence. His haphazard painting technique produced an abstract result. The haphazard placement of the furniture made the room feel cluttered. Illustrious as adjective, distinguished, celebrated, or honored, famous, renowned, or well-known. The illustrious professor was well-respected in his field and had published many influential papers. The illustrious artist had works displayed in major museums around the world. The illustrious athlete won multiple gold medals in the Olympic Games. The illustrious actor won many prestigious awards for his performances in films. The illustrious musician was known for his groundbreaking compositions and performances. Opaque as adjective, difficult to understand or explain, obscure or mysterious, not easily seen through, not transparent or translucent. The politicians' intentions were opaque, and people didn't know what to expect. The company's financial records were opaque, and it was difficult to understand their true financial situation. The glass is opaque, and you can't see through it. The meaning of his words was opaque to me. The language used in the scientific article was too opaque for the general public. Pristine as adjective, pure and uncorrupted, unspoiled or untouched. The pristine snow glistened in the sunlight. The park was kept in pristine condition by the staff. The beach was so pristine that it looked untouched by human hands. The company strives to maintain a pristine reputation. The car's pristine condition made it a valuable collectible. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.